Welcome to this week's show of Mano y Mano. I'm J-Ro.
Wolfman.
We're doing the main card fight predictions for UFC on Fox, Saturday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo.
What? Hey! 7 p.m., right? 7 p.m.? Sure.
Okay.
7 p.m. on Fox, East Rutherford, Izod Center, New Jersey.
Jersey
Shore.
Anyways, we're going to start off with the main event. So it's there's a lot of fights on the card. Let's get to it.
Shall we, please?
Main event, being contested at 155 pounds. We have Nate Diaz versus
Jim Miller.
A little bit about Nate. He's a southpaw, which is tricky to fight. I always say it's real tricky to fight. Like I said, if you don't believe me, try it. Cesar Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Just got his black belt. I don't know if you guys saw that on YouTube and stuff like that, but you know that's a big step in jiu-jitsu. Just got his black belt. Ultimate Fighter 5 lightweight winner. He's got a 2-fight win streak. His last 2 wins was against Gomi, which I think was the best Nate Diaz we've seen. And then he came out and just beat the hell out of Cowboy, which surprised us.
Big Cowboy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But basically, Nate's gonna try and keep this fight on his feet, gonna keep it standing. He can't get taken to the ground. I mean, if he does, though, he's very dangerous off his back. He's one of probably the most dangerous guys off his back because of his jiu-jitsu. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. Tell us a little bit about Miller.
Jim Miller. By far, this is one of the stylistically match together right here. They're southpaw, and they're both black belt Brazilian jiu-jitsu practitioners. Jim Miller, he's won 8 out of 9 fights. He's coming off a comeback win against Melvin Gillard, where Melvin had him rocked.
Rocked him.
Yeah, and then what happened? Melvin got caught rear naked choke. It was bad. Dan Miller is his older brother, but I want to say like 2 years, 3 years. But like I said, he's a black belt under Jamie Cruz, and like I said, also southpaw. So this is gonna be one hell of a fight.
Yeah, I think Jim Miller's I think he wants to take this fight to the ground.
I think so too.
I mean, because I think Nate has the better stand-up.
Yeah.
Who are you rolling with?
Nate Diaz.
I'm thinking Nate's rolling right now. I mean, I don't even think we've seen the best Nate Diaz yet. If he can keep the fight standing, I mean, I think even on the ground, he can outduel Jim Miller. So I'm going with Nate as well.
Nate.
On to the next one.
Yes, sir.
Being contested at 170 pounds, we have Josh Koscheck
versus Johnny Big Rig Hendricks.
Let me tell you a little bit about Kos. Obviously, he comes from a wrestling background. He actually has a brown belt in, get this, Guerrilla Jiu-Jitsu. Love that. You guys seen, the break from AKA. He's actually now at Dethroned Base Camp, still in Fresno, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a 2-fight win streak. He's won 5 out of his last 6 fights. His last loss was to GSP. You saw that, his eye all messed up. But interesting fact, he's actually fought 19 times in the UFC since 2005, and that's a UFC record.
That is a lot.
Yes, it is.
Fights. Wow.
Tell us a little about
Big Rig.
Big Rig.
Johnny
Sick
Hendricks.
beard.
Southpaw. He's 12-1. Only loss is coming by Rick Story, unanimous decision. So he's never been stopped just by decision. He has a great chin. Stand-up fighter. He's a Division I wrestler from Oklahoma State University. He's coming off a huge knockout win. Huge.
Nice left hand.
Yep. Against John Fitch. 12 seconds in the first round. And in his senior year at Oklahoma State, 56-1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
How
that's
come
good.
he didn't go undefeated?
And, it's always that one person has your number. Kind of like
Kryptonite.
Yeah, so that's Johnny Hendricks.
Basically, this fight's, they both have wrestling. Who has the better wrestling? Who has the better stand-up? I mean, I think this fight's going to stay standing. What do you think?
I think so as well.
Who are you rolling with?
Johnny Hendricks.
I'm disagreeing here. I think Josh Koscheck. I think Koscheck has the better stand-up. May come down to who has the better chin, but I think their wrestling is probably a wash, but I think Koscheck wins this fight.
Question. Okay, hold on. Better chin? Dude, he got knocked out by Paulo Tiago.
That's true.
That's bad. That's questionable right there. Paulo Tiago has no power. Did you see how he got knocked
How long ago
out?
was that?
Dude, please.
Dude, he fought GSP with the broken eye socket. Come on.
Fought? Are you sure it was fought, or just stood there and just took shots?
He just took shots the entire fight. He lasted it. He's got heart, man. Koscheck gonna win this fight.
Disagree. No, big rig. Keep on trucking.
On to the next one. Fight is being contested at 185 pounds. We have Rusamar. Is it Tokino? Palhares. That's actually Portuguese for little tree stump.
Yeah, he does look like one. Versus Alan the Talent Belcher.
A little bit about Palhares. I mean, we know what his move is. What is it?
Heel hook.
Jiu-jitsu, jiu-jitsu, jiu-jitsu. He wants to fight on the ground. Trains at Brazilian top team. First degree black belt in jiu-jitsu. 3-fight win streak. His last loss was to, or his losses so far, he's only had 3 losses. But he's lost to Nate Marquardt, Hendo, and a guy named Arthur Caesar, fairly early on in his career. But, I mean, he wants this fight on the ground, no question about it.
Yeah. About the talent now. He is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Duke Rufus.
Rufus.
Yes. He has a 3-fight winning streak. His last win was in where? New Orleans for that fight.
We were there.
He beat Jason McDonald via submission due to punches.
Thank God.
Yeah. I later seen Jason McDonald at an ice cream shop, and yeah, I was giving him dookie for it. Gotta keep it clean for the kids.
It's a long story, but Jason McDonald wasn't very nice to us before. Let's not talk about it.
Yes, but Alan Belcher, yeah, he's no joke. Yeah, stand up.
Yes, and he's got that.
He has that Joe Pesci looking Elvis. No, it's pretty bad tattoo. Get that fixed.
And we all know Palhares wants this fight to go to the ground.
Yes.
Belcher wants to keep it standing.
Yes.
It's Belcher obviously has the better stand-up. Palhares obviously has the better jiu-jitsu, even though Belcher
black belt also.
Black belt. But who you rolling with?
Belcher.
I think Belcher comes back strong. I think he has more weapons per se.
He has a better arsenal.
Yes, I think he's got the better chin. So I'm rolling with Belcher as well. I hope he wins. I mean,
it's been a while, man.
Yeah.
It's been a while since he's been back in the octagon.
I'm glad he's back, from injury and so on. So I want him to do well.
All right.
Onto the last fight on the main card on Fox. Being contested at heavyweight, we have Pat H.D. Barry
versus LeVar Big Johnson.
Pat Barry, we all know kickboxing, loves the kickbox. He actually had 18 win, 6 losses, and 1 draw as a kickboxer. That's his career record. Trains at Team Death Clutch. He's coming off a win versus Christian Moorcraft, where we actually saw what? He's learning some ground game. Can you believe it? He got off a couple submissions.
Yeah.
Could not believe it.
Super surprised on that.
Yes, but he's learning. He's trying to adapt to the game. But basically, Pat Barry has lost 3 out of his last 5 fights, so he definitely needs to win this fight.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Big Johnson. He's a former Strikeforce fighter. He lost 2 fights prior to coming into the UFC, where he got his first win in his debut against Joey Beltran, the Executioner. Won by wicked knockout. Just had him buckled against the cage and just kept. It was uppercut, and then he just dropped. He's a boxer. He's fighting at the AKA over there with Fitch and no longer Koscheck, just Fitch and all those guys. Daniel Cormier. Swick.
Yep, all those. Big time. He has little to no ground game. He's just strictly stand up. But
so you know what these guys are going to do in this fight.
Exactly. It's just going to be an all-out brawl.
Are we saying potential fight of the night?
No, we're saying a potential knockout of the night.
No, it's definitely going to be a knockout. Who has the better chin?
That's in question still.
It's still in question. I'm going with HD.
I'm going with HD as well.
I'm calling head kick. Heard it first from J-Ro.
You sure? Head kick.
So we both agree. So that's the last
Main
fight
card.
on the main card. Again, this is for UFC on Fox, Saturday, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo.
What? I want to say 7 o'clock, Izod Center, East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Jersey. I'm J-Ro.
Wolfman.
Make sure you watch the prelims the next time.